Hey guys, I'm Vanessa Christopher. I'm super excited to be sharing with you a little bit about my story today and some tips on success as a Beachbody coach throughout the week. So today I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about why I'm a Beachbody coach, why I'm doing this, why I got started. For me, it was pretty simple. I grew up with a pretty athletic background. I was always an athlete. I played 2 sports in college, and so I've always been very active. A little bit into, I guess it was my junior year of college, I actually started to get really sick and ended up getting mono. With that, it totally knocked me out. I was hospitalized. I had to pull out of both of my sports programs for that semester. And it seemed like my life was kind of spiraling downward really quickly. My health was deteriorating and I was pretty depressed that I couldn't participate in any of my sports teams. So with that came a lot of depression, and for me, when I'm depressed, I turn to food. I ended up gaining a lot of weight, was at the heaviest that I've ever been in my life, and that lasted for a few months, and I went and studied abroad in England for an academic year and ended up coming back my senior year, and I started to get back into a fitness routine, but it was really difficult. And once I was out of college and out of having, you know, a sports program to kind of push me through my fitness regimen, I felt super lost. I ended up losing too much weight. I started getting some pretty unhealthy habits. I battled with an eating disorder for a while. And all of that kind of thrown in together really messes with your head. For anyone who's struggled with an eating disorder, it's not something that can be fixed right away. So now, not only was I struggling with my fitness, but I was struggling with my nutrition. And it took me a couple of years to kind of get back on track. Once I kind of fell into Beachbody, I found it as an avenue for me to not only stay accountable with my health and fitness and stay on track with my nutrition and do it in a healthy way. I think that the programs are built so it's easy to maintain, and that's something that I wanted to be able to share with others. I'm doing this because not only do I want to stay healthy for myself and set a good example for my family, but it's something that I want to share with other people too. And I see Beachbody as a business opportunity to really build my life in the way that I want. And that's kind of what stuck out to me originally when Keisha had started to post about the coaching opportunity. I reached out to her and I was like, okay, I don't know what you're doing. Fill me in, girl. What is this thing? I always loved the idea of working for myself. Although, you know, I'm a big Shark Tank fan, and I so badly wanted to be on that show and just like have something like my own business, but I never had an idea. I didn't have something that I could like invent, and that was always my worry, is that I'd have to create something from scratch to become an entrepreneur. And the fact that I could actually run my own business on my own terms and not have to do everything on my own, I loved that aspect about this business. And you know, it's been such a blessing to be able to build this alongside my corporate job. I'm an account manager for a tech company in downtown Seattle. And, you know, that's a full-time gig, and I've bounced around so many different jobs, and, I was never really happy. I was never happy in all of these other corporate settings that I've been in, big and small. I just hated it. I hate the corporate life. It's so icky to me, and it's so rigid, and I hate having to ask for time off when I want to go travel with my husband. It's such a turnoff to me. So I've always wanted to be able to create my own schedule and to create my own life in that sense, and not have to ask for permission when I'm sick if I can stay home from work because I don't feel well. That just seems so ridiculous to me, and I know America is one of those countries where they kind of work you to the bone. We hardly get any vacation days, and I've always wanted to create something on my own and set my own standards and run my own business. So Beachbody has really given me that opportunity down the road when we have kids. my biggest reason for doing this is so I can eventually stay home with my family, because I know if I were living in the corporate world, once we had kids, I would not want to go back to work. And my husband is a high school teacher, and teachers obviously don't make very much money. So working is something that I would inevitably have to do. So this is really kind of my ticket to freedom that I'm building for myself and for my husband and for our future family. And that's really exciting to me. I love having the freedom to do that, and I'm excited that you guys are here doing that alongside with all of us, and that we're, you know, one giant team with the same vision and the same goals. And I think it's pretty cool that we get to push each other towards these, you know, big dreams. So thanks for listening, and if you guys have any questions for me personally, please feel free to reach out to me this week.